Greetings, friends, and welcome to another episode of The Mistake Zone, your weekly dose of our lives and the mistakes within them. My name is Jaren Wade. Joining me, as always, one of my best friends in the whole wide world, Matt Alba. Hey, Matt.
Yo.
So, to give you some context, this will apply to you and Rakush afterwards, before I introduce Rakush. But yesterday, my partner and I went to another card convention, surprise, but this time it was held at a church, where sometimes, the churches will rent their spaces out and card conventions will go there. So, Matt, first question to you during your introduction. While I was waiting, or while my partner was looking at one of the booths, I was looking beside me, and Matt, Rakush straight up gambling at this one booth where they had a roulette table, they had card matching, they had dice rolling, and similar to another card event I went to the week prior, people were just straight up betting money. Matt, as someone with the double whammy of Filipino Christian guilt instilled upon you, even if you're not, if you're practicing or not, how much of a tummy ache would have you had to see that in a church?
Jared, I wouldn't even process that. I wouldn't blink an eye.
Fair enough. Also joining us this week, one of my other best friends in the whole wide world, Rakush. Hey, Rakush.
Yo.
Similar at that event, there was a booth, really good energy, really good people. And we found out that my partner and I were sort of dabbling in the One Piece trading card game. And right off the rip, he asked us, what was your favorite and least favorite moments from One Piece? So Rakush, if you were in our situation, if you were in our shoes and someone asked you that point blank, what would you have said?
Oh gosh.
Favorite and least favorite.
I think I have a least favorite moment. It's Absalom in Thriller Bark. It's one of the weirder / pervier, creepy sort of parts of the series, where it's an invisible man who is spying on Nami in the shower while she's butt naked, obviously. So least favorite. Favorite moment. There's a couple. But typically it ends up with one of those big speeches. So Dr. Hairlook is up there. Blackbeard's speech is up there. Oh man. Yeah, I feel like those two.
Okay.
Also Water 7 Thriller. Sorry, Water 7. That's what I was thinking.
Okay. As someone with no reference to anything you just said, how do you think that would have been received to a One Piece vendor?
As in, how they would receive you not knowing?
No, how, if you were to lay out those moments, do you think you would have won cred with them? Are those, good One Piece cuts? Or See, I don't know anything about this fandom.
No, here's the thing. I kind of had a situation yesterday as well where I'm speaking to a vendor for something and I'm hey, I actually need to get going, right? But then the person wouldn't stop talking to me. So if I answer it, and I would answer it just out of courtesy, I would hope that the conversation would end in a few seconds after that with just a pleasant, hey, that's cool, or nice, Fair. Yeah, those are cool, and keep it moving. It's I don't want to talk to a person for 5 minutes.
Right.
A stranger for 5 minutes, I should say.
Fair. That is totally fair.
Which also explains why I'm by myself.
It's okay, Rakush. Well, when we go to a card con and have the Mistake Zone vendor table where we sell various knickknacks and essentially treat it as a garage sale to clean out our closets, you can engage in all the conversation you want. I'm really looking forward to that.
Oh, ouch.
For some reason, I thought you were going to say we're going to start selling Mistake Zone trading cards.
Merch, yeah.
I mean, Mark has the hookup, who, Julian, not here this week. Mark, boys, I hope he doesn't have to swim at that BTS concert. Am I right, Matt?
Oh, man.
I was really worried for our boy Mark, because, boys, yesterday, that weather... not great. And the Rogers Stadium in Toronto, open stadium, of course. Damn. I saw some TikToks from people, and there was a lot of water on the ground.
Oh, it was open?
A lot.
Oh, damn.
I think, they eventually were able to perform after some delays, from what I can tell. But I know when Mark left, clear skies. And then all of a sudden, my partner and I went to a movie. The moment we got out of that movie, torrential downpour. And it was scary to drive the 30-minute drive home. So
yeah, that was a really hard downpour yesterday. It was kind of crazy.
Man, But hopefully he had a dynamite time. Am I right, Matt? I don't know any other BTS. I don't know any other BTS songs. Rakush, name a BTS song.
I don't know. What's the one that goes smooth like butter?
Butter.
Digital Undercover?
Butter.
I don't know.
Fair.
Okay. All right. Is it called Butter? Yeah. Let's go with Butter.
Even though Mark can't join us this week, he has some notes for us. Matt Rakush, he is out of that one girl's room in mixtape, and he is now 2/3 of the way done the game.
I do love that last week's episode just ended up being like the internet's number one mixtape hating podcast.
I still adore mixtape.
I love it too. Yeah. Like it's, if we're doing end of year list teasers, like that's probably somewhere on that list.
Especially if we're doing a 25 item list again. Boys, numerous times during Mark's stay with us, I've seen him look at his Switch 2 and say, I should probably play mixtape, and then put down that Switch 2. So that's how it's going. He also wanted to tell you guys that during the Kingdom Hearts 4 announcement, he cried. Does that track, Rakush?
I feel like he said that a few episodes ago as well.
Where you guys check out anything from or anything else of note from that D23 stuff? Disney? Anything on your radars? New X-Men? Rakush, are you for the new X-Men?
I'm happy they haven't casted Magneto yet, but I'm curious how they're going to handle his backstory, because being his background as being someone who was in a concentration camp is a very important part of his backstory. How are you going to do that in 2028? I am curious, so kind of glad they didn't just jump right into it with him, but I also need to see what they're going to do with that story.
Do you have a casting in mind that you would... someone you wouldn't mind, or do you have any potential candidates that you would hope that would be considered, or you'd be pleasantly surprised if they were considered?
I don't really have any names in mind, but I've been pretty happy in general with everybody that was cast. Jaren, I know we haven't spoken about Obsession, but that movie is amazing, and Indy Navarrete already getting the Marvel bag after that, really amazing. So glad for her. I feel like we can talk about this now because Marvel has announced it, but Sadie Sink as Jean Grey, I think, is a very inspired choice. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think also just sort of excluding some of these big names like a Wolverine, like a Magneto, and just kind of focusing on the X-Men core group, I think it's a pretty good idea. So let's see.
And are you excited for this once Secret Wars wraps up? I know we still have the Spider-Man Brand New Day spoiler cast kind of in the works once we have all 5 of us available. But kind of heading towards this new mutant saga for the MCU as a whole. Plus, just with everything, or the popularity of X-Men 97, where are you in your kind of hype meter for what's to come with X-Men in the MCU proper?
I'm pretty excited for X-Men, but part of that I think also has to do with just Marvel fatigue, essentially being Avengers fatigue.
Right.
I know the whole Doomsday hype machine is kind of ramping up right now and everything. Side note, I feel like I've got the whole movie spoiled for me already, so I watched that trailer and it did nothing for me, the Doomsday one. And so I am kind of ready to move on from this current slate of superhero movies. And I am ready to kind of experience the Marvel or the X-Men side of things, and to see sort of what they have up their sleeves with that one. Cause yeah, I think that focus shift needs to happen in the next few years. Because these movies are kind of getting boring, guys.
No, that's fair. That's totally fair. Kind of the same question to you, Matt. Is the X-Men enough for you to kind of fight off the fatigue you may have been feeling towards, I guess, the MCU and superhero movies in general?
I think so. I am kind of interested now, I guess, post Brand New Day, in seeing what they decide to do with the X-Men. did they say what like the plot of that movie was? Because I actually wasn't really all that plugged into what's going on there. And you guys said it's just following the core group of like X-Men now. It's not going to be like a whole big thing anymore.
For the first movie, it is going to be Cyclops, Jean Grey, Rogue, Storm, Professor X, and Jaren. Am I missing anyone? I feel like that's it.
No, wait. Was Adam Driver actually confirmed for anything, or was that just speculation?
Adam Driver is confirmed as Mr. Sinister.
Okay. Okay.
So, there's rumors around what the story is going to be. There is a version of Cyclops' backstory where, like, the orphanage he grew up in was actually run by Mr. Sinister. So maybe that's what they're going with here. But if it's Mr. Sinister, then it does sound to me like they might be building up towards like an apocalypse, larger storyline.
Okay, but yeah, MCU updates, X-Men. I think just based on how Jean Grey was presented in Brand New Day, without getting into that again, but it does kind of bum me out. I think I said this last week too, where you have all of these pieces kind of forming together, all the announcements at D23, but to me, none of that will probably get any follow-up in Doomsday. And I think with the hype that's kind of created now from these announcements, from Jean Grey's portrayal, I think I have to admit, even a part of me is a bit disappointed that we won't see that kind of come to fruition anytime soon. But
oh, sorry. There's also Emma Frost, by the way.
Right. How can we forget? How can we forget?
Sorry. Let me read out the cast here. So it's Kit Connor as Cyclops, Sadie Sink as Jean Grey, Christopher Abbott as Professor Charles Xavier, Indy Navarrete as Rogue, Maya Boyd as Storm, Samara Weaving as Emma Frost, Adam Driver as Mr. Sinister.
I think those are pretty good. Those are pretty good casting. And I'm excited to see where it goes. But speaking about casting, Matt, how do you think of Kuya Dave's latest role?
That's gonna be interesting. I mean, I'm assuming that for this God of War movie, especially since it's
is it a movie or a TV show?
Oh, is it a TV show? I thought it was a movie.
No, I think it's a TV show.
I thought it was a TV show
because it's going to be recast in season 2 from what I've been seeing.
Because also, like, I'm pretty sure they had a bunch of episodes already shot that they have to redo now because the main guy's injury.
Oh, I mean, generally, I'm excited for it. I generally feel like Batista's like an interesting person to have in a movie, and I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing how that turns out.
All right. How about you, Rakush? How are you feeling about Dave Bautista recast as Kratos in the upcoming God of War television series?
So he's been a really good actor, but I think he's a really good actor because he knows how to have muted reactions to a lot of things in his roles. So I don't know what version of God of War they're going to be adapting. Like if they're doing like the original God of War or if they're doing the Norse God of War. But if it's the Norse one, it might work. If it's the original one, I think it's like a few years too late for him to take this role on.
Yeah, I kind of just assumed it was going to be the remake God of War.
Jaren, you said they're recasting for season 2? That sounds like they're recasting. That sounds like a Norse thing.
No, was it? I never played the actual God of War.
Oh, okay, well, that's a spoiler, my bad. Yeah.
Cool. Not that it means anything to me, but congratulations to Kuya Dave. Yeah. Can't wait to see that. Maybe watch one episode, talk about it briefly on the Mistake Zone, and never touch it again. As per usual here. Boys, the other week, Mark and I and my partner went to a One Piece beginners event where I know I asked you, Rakush, if you were interested in joining us, but unfortunately schedules didn't align. But essentially, with the buy-in cost of $30 plus tax, you got one starter deck from the new recent releases, starter decks 31 to 36, I believe, and one beginner party pack. And then the starter pack comes with one booster pack in there as well. And kind of the rules for this beginner event was you have to play with the deck you were assigned. And as One Piece beginners, I thought, hey, this might be an opportunity just to kind of learn the game, meet some people, and, just kind of walk out of my comfort zone because Matt Rakush, I'm still scarred from when I was in the 8th grade and I got completely demolished at Yu-Gi-Oh! Locals because I was running a beatdown deck. Yep. Trauma, boys. It never leaves you. It never leaves you. But I remember I was talking to a few of my friends who used to play One Piece, who are retired now but are now waiting for the Naruto game, saying that, yeah, this should be a pretty chill environment. Since you have to log in with your Bandai ID, you should be only facing people who are relatively new, haven't played in a while, etc.
I love that you're calling them retired.
Yeah, isn't this game a little bit new?
I mean, when the last time they played was last October, that's retirement to me. That's retirement to me.
Yeah, just also
they're
the concept
washed.
of being retired from playing card games. Like that's awesome.
I mean, Rakush, you can retire from anything these days.
I'm retiring from being fed.
You know what they say? The stars burn faster or whatever. I don't actually know what they say. But anyway.
The star that burns twice as bright burns half as fast or something.
No, sure. Killing the sage right now, guys.
Just as the mistake zone intended. But boys, the cynic in me always knew that low-key there would probably be people who weren't beginners there looking to pub stomp. And for the most part, in pure Jaren fashion, I went in knowing literally nothing about the One Piece trading card game. I think we watched one how to play video on the official Bandai website, and I kind of went in. But honestly, it was a really good time, and I kind of wish if it worked out, Rakush, I think you would have enjoyed it too, mostly just because you got some cool cards, we got to meet some new people, met a new friend. My barometer of meeting a new friend is if we added each other to Instagram, which we did. So, but of course, there were some people there who were kind of sweaty, but it is what it is.
Sweaty physical, sweaty gameplay-wise. Or are we talking
both?
Okay.
Both. Can I tell you one quote, boys, and let me get your vibe on it? In saying, hey, I'm new, the response was, it's okay. I wanted to sweat a bit, but maybe we can take it a bit slower, which rolled my eyes there. Rolled my eyes there. So yeah, apparently some people have only been playing for a month, quote unquote, but I'll keep it at that. But it was a relatively good experience. I think Mark and my partner were really surprised at the end of it of how social I was, but I think it's one of those things where...
Wild statement.
No, honestly, I don't know about you guys, but when you're put in a social situation for this, especially when you have people who are rolling up solo dolo, I think to me that's, you're going out of your comfort zone to kind of do this, to go to a community. I'm going to take it upon myself to try to make it kind of, I'm going to be as pleasant as I can just to kind of match the vibe of make people comfortable. And sometimes that works out. Sometimes people might receive that differently, but at the end of the day, I think I met some cool people, met some really, and everyone was pretty chill. And, everyone was surprised that I went in with no basic One Piece experience. And my only point of reference to any TCG recently was Hearthstone, where 3 topics I wanted to bring up to you guys. One, as a washed Hearthstone player who never hit Legendary, I was... and who played Yu-Gi-Oh! In the 8th grade before his deck got stolen in the 9th grade, and played Magic once. Matt, Rakush, all TCGs are essentially the same, You have your resource mana, you get 1 or 2 per turn, you're trying to play on curve, you're trying to get card advantage, it's all the same. Basically, when it comes to card games, or a new card game, do you when you try to check out a new card game, or at least consider the rules or anything, do you kind of look to them to see what your reference points are, as in what mechanics are you kind of recognize, or do you kind of treat every new card game you go into as like a new experience with trying not to apply any previous knowledge from anything else you've played, if that makes sense?
I mean, it's hard to not apply any previous knowledge, right? Like because like you said, like, card games are basically, all the same. You do have things that you're trying to do in every card game, and I guess like types of decks you like playing.
Yeah.
So I think it is. I think it is important to like find your touchstone and seeing if you can, play a type of deck that you like. When you like look at older decks that you played in other games.
Mm-hmm. And I think that was part of the fun of this beginner deck party, where you get one of 5 random deck types, and then I think luckily or unluckily, depending on who you ask, I got the purple deck, which the leader card for that, it was Charlotte Katakuri. Rakush, as someone with no reference point to the One Piece universe as a whole, can you give me a quick breakdown of who Charlotte Katakuri is and what the Big Mom Pirates are?
Is Katakuri the one that has like his face covered, or if it's not covered, like he's got those crazy alligator teeth?
If you told me he was Melina's brother from Mortal Kombat, I would have believed you.
Okay, yeah. So he is one of like the Big Mom Pirates' like second son, I believe. Third child of the Charlotte family. So like the whole gimmick with like the Big Mom Pirates is like all of the pirate crew members are actually her kids. And her thing was like wanting a kid with every race in the world, every tribe in the world, basically. A very diverse crew, actually, now that I explained it like that. But yeah, so he's like one of the higher power like villains of like, the second, third, I guess, of like the One Piece story so far. I say second, third because like it happens before they get to like Wano, which is kind of like the most popular arc to date. So yeah, it's like before Luffy turns Gear 5. Did those words make any sense to you?
Somewhat. No, they don't. But I
Pirate
think
was in there. I know what that word does.
Yep. You said Gear 5. I know what that looks like, I think. But anyway, this was one of the more complicated decks just because this plays with resource management, essentially giving you extra resources or taking away extra resources to swing big and try to control the board. And Matt, Rakush, if you know anything about me, I hate control decks. Where I think because as a washed Hearthstone player, whenever I met someone who was able to talk Hearthstone with me, the only control deck I ever played was like Ice Block Mage, and that was only one game at a time, and I had to palette cleanse with a Secret Paladin or a Face Pirate like right afterwards, because that's how I climbed, Matt. That's how I climbed. If I'm not winning by turn 4, I'm automatically conceding and moving on to the next game. So
yeah, a control deck is like kind of wild to have to pilot as a beginner,
a new player. Yes,
yeah.
And luckily, the first person I played also had the same deck, so it was kind of cool. And with a beginner event, everyone's taking their time. Everyone's relatively new, quote unquote. So he was showing me combos, knowing how it works. And Matt, Rakush, this brings me to my second point. Again, as someone whose last touch point with Hearthstone, trying to pilot a physical card game deck, especially a control one, in an age where my brain is rotten was rough. Because Matt, Rakush, when you have effects that need to be done right when you attack or before you attack, and then have to consider all these different keywords, basically each round was 35 minutes max. My games are going on to 55 minutes, close to an hour, because we were both new and we were trying to figure out what we were doing. Where, Rakush, I know this was something that, you've played around with the idea, but in terms of the actual One Piece game, I know you were considering collecting it at one point, but do you have any interest in actually playing or at least checking it out?
to be honest with you, I was collecting it until April of this year.
Oh, before the prices skyrocketed, yeah.
Yeah, before Logan Paul got involved, basically. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, like, I was very interested in this. And to be honest, like, if the schedule is aligned, I would have loved to have gone to this to understand, like, how the game works and everything as well. But I don't know if I still have that interest. Like, when you went there, did you, like, at all see what the prices were like for single booster packs? Because I think, like, that might influence me.
Rakush, if you are still going to be a collector, you have your Japan trip coming up, correct?
Yeah.
Honestly, my piece of advice for you is just buy it. If you're at a Bandai store and you see if those booster boxes are still 50 or 5,000 yen each, just buy them. Honestly, just buy them at this point.
Honestly, yeah, like I might just do that, and I'm going with the folks that, like, you know, one of them I collected the One Piece cards with, so, like, it's going to be a pretty easy sell. I think, like, as far as if I'm buying to collect, then yeah, like, I might just pick them up, just for, like, you know, collection's sake. But I don't know if I, like, actually feel like I want to play it or anything anymore, so, yeah.
You guys are more than welcome. I think for us, we like the idea of buying starter decks and just playing with each other. So if you guys are ever in the area, feel free to come in and try a pilot deck. We'll learn together. We will learn together.
That could work.
And I think this brings me to, I guess, my final topic that I wanted to mention is when we're talking about game formats and then kind of looking at all these other kind of One Piece events, mainly beginner events. You know, there are these like beginner pirate parties where I think one of the rules is don't bring a meta deck and just bring whatever wacky thing you want, which casual time, no prizes on the line. So turnouts usually just people who want to have a casual time. So that's something we're interested in checking out. But I think if we were able to swing it, Matt, Rakush, I think we would have loved to do the new sets coming out, OP17, a release party, just because those are essentially a draft format where in the beginning you get 6 booster packs from the new set, and then you just have to build a deck from there with more lax rules than official. And, you know, going back to my touch point, that was Arena from Hearthstone, essentially, where I think, to me, draft format is the only format I kind of want to consider moving forward if I do want to engage with like a TCG card game. This might, I guess, the ARAM of TCGs, where I think as someone who is a meta slave to any gacha game that he plays, the idea of just going random, YOLO, playing on curve, trying to keep card advantage, stuff like that is way more interesting to me than trying to pilot a meta deck. Where Matt, how do you feel about deck draft or those type of drafting formats in 2026?
I mean, I think that like the format you're talking about, like the kind of like sealed format is like really interesting, but I think personally I've always preferred constructed over draft style things, just because I never liked leaving, I don't know, I guess like or like the type of deck that I'm gonna play to kind of just like chance. Like I like to like, you know, at least like have an idea of like what I'm gonna be piloting going in. And I don't know. Draft or sealed formats were never really my thing for that reason.
That's fair. And I guess, Matt, since we haven't really talked trading card game shop kind of lately, to kind of close off this segment, in terms of like deck playstyle, what do you kind of gravitate towards in 2026 now when you're trying to play a card game?
I tend to gravitate more so towards like kind of aggro or just like ramp, like kind of like in your face style like play styles.
Same.
I don't have the. I like to think that I'd enjoy playing Control, but like I don't think I have the brain to play Control.
Same. Boys, kind of on the same note, I've watched a lot more artsy fartsy movies, and a lot of the times lately I'll walk out of the theater and go, I like that movie, but I think I'm too dumb for that movie. And that's how I feel about control decks, where I like a control deck in theory, but I think I'm too dumb to kind of gravitate towards that. But for the record, boys, I went 1 and 2 at this beginner's duck party. I lost the second game because honestly, I threw it. We were already going at 55 minutes. The guy I was playing was really, really anxious. And even the guy watching me said, you could have totally won like the next turn. And I was like, guys, they asked us if we were almost done like 3 times. So I'm just gonna throw in the towel, let this guy go face. And boys, in pure mistake zone fashion, my only win of the day was because the guy I was supposed to face in round 3 left because the event was running too late. So I'm proud of myself. And
it sounds like me with Beer League slow pitch.
Sounds good, Rakush. Rakush, when are you going to Japan again?
Early October. So first 2 weeks.
Rakush, I'm uploading 7 files. I'm not sure if this will work on the Discord because One Piece Heroines Volume 2 will be out globally in October. Rakush, based on what you're seeing right now, how do you feel about the art in this new special set for One Piece, the Heroines Volume 2?
Let me open these up here. So the first 2 I'm seeing are Nami and Nico Robin in the style of the Heroines anime. That's kind of neat. The next image is a little bit more anime heavy. There's a Vivi, Nami, and Shirahoshi. I don't know how I would describe this art style. It's
This is very gal coded.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Jaren, you're just like gonna hard buy into this, I'm guessing.
Rakush, let me know if that seat beside you is taken on the plane because I might have to join you on that trip.
So here's the unfortunate thing, Jaren. It seems like this comes out on October 31st, 2026.
Oh, no.
I will be back by that point. So
just buy whatever product you can. Just buy whatever product you can.
For Heroines, got you. Yeah.
For your collection to grow. And also the last card there was the manga art for Nico Robin, which is the actual manga released for the next set, OP18, which Mark messaged me frantically in the morning going, no! And I feel that, Mark. I feel that.
Man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Man, I wish the booster boxes were a little bit cheaper. I would love to have bought the next booster box, but...
Same.
Maybe once I come back from Japan.
You're just going to have to buy everything in Japan.
Yeah.
And hopefully the booster box set is still like around 5,000 yen because that's... I wish we got more. Matt, I look forward to seeing how you incorporate these cards into the show art. So this isn't that much of a train wreck of a podcast.
But anyway, Jaren, like, looking at these cards, this is like so targeted at you.
I bought... My biggest regret from our last Japan trip was buying only 2 of the Heroines 1 boxes. Only 2. Should have been more.
Oh, man. I just saw Mark's message in the Discord chat.
Are you discussing this without me? Sorry, Mark.
Oh, man. Sorry, Mark.
I was half expecting him to join the call randomly, but anyway.
He had his chance. He chose
BTS instead.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I wish I could make a joke, but I don't know any other BTS songs. Matt, speaking about...
I got one, Jared. I got one.
Okay, what's up?
We just gave our listeners a little BTS sneak peek at how we work. I don't know, man.
You tried, Recruit. You tried.
I tried.
God,
I tried.
Oh God, do you guys ever see that like Twitter or Tumblr post where there was like, oh, here's like the like BTS scoop on like whatever movie, and then someone was just like really mad and saying, hey, you can't appropriate like BTS's name like that.
What?
Good time, good goof,
Oh man.
Oh, you weren't kidding. That song actually is just called Butter. Okay.
Yeah, it's just called Butter.
Okay. Right. I thought you were just joking as like, no. Oh, the word butter's in there, so I'm just going to call it Butter. No, it's actually called Butter. Okay.
No, I was in those K-pop minds. I know what Butter is.
Got you.
Fair. Matt, speaking about RNG and other heroines.
Oh, man.
Matt, how's that Umamusume update of late?
Man. Fuck me, Jared. I'm back in these horse minds.
Matt, as someone who is only running auto runs when he can be bothered to log in, can you explain what the new career mode is and how to play it? So maybe I'll consider dedicating another hour of my day to our full run.
Okay, so in Umamusume, they have released a new career called Our Grand Concert. I think that's what it's called. And basically, what you're doing, as it's, I guess, like career gimmick is that every time you do training, you get another currency, and this currency is like one of 5 things. I think it's like just like, oh, you have dance currency, vocal currency, and kind of like just like stuff like stuff like that. And you're using this currency to pay for practice lessons, and these practice lessons like give you boosts throughout the game. This is a very training focused career versus Track Blazer, which was a very race focused career, or Mechanic Track, I think. Yeah, no, that's the same thing. Which is a very race focused career. And honestly, this is so RNG with the currencies, because the currencies are kind of like following system where it is not, you cannot like hard tie the currency. There's something like, hey, if you're doing speed, you'll have like a 60% chance of getting the blue currency, but there's like, a 30% chance it'll be the stamina currency, and the 10% chance it could be just any other currency or whatever. So it's very RNG heavy, but it does let you make when you high roll, you roll high. You like hard high roll in this, and I don't know. It there's a lot of horses being turned into glue in this one, which is very very unfortunate, but. The thing that really did bring me back there, and it's something that you quickly touch on, which is the independent training, which is the auto running, which, oh man, this thing is, I don't know, for me, it revitalized my interest in Umamusume, just because it makes the monotonous part of the game a lot easier, which is the parent farming,
right.
Yes, where you are kind of just like, making Umas that will have good skills and sparks and legacies that you can pass down to your future Umas, because in this game you use like 2 Umas to kind of charge the Uma that you're currently playing as, and that's like your parents or your legacy. And I don't know, with now no longer having to run the kind of I guess like cards that are a bit more annoying to run with, because like they aren't quite as good as the more meta cards. It is really really nice, and it takes like you just kind of set up the run. You pick your Uma, you pick its parents, you pick the support cards that you're gonna run it with, and then you just like set it to, and then an hour later it'll be done, and you can go claim your Uma. And I don't know, it just makes it so much easier to do the looping or the parent farming loops, and it's very nice. It's very nice. Like I think it's a huge quality of life, and from what I understand, they did put it here, I guess, because right now it is kind of like the second entry point for Umamusume, where they are starting to run a lot of the, I guess, like second generation banners, where if you want to come into Umamusume, or I guess Jaren more so, of interest for you, if you want to start re-rolling accounts, it's very soon going to be the time.
Okay. And Matt, if there's one thing I wanted to ask you about when you do the auto runs, what's kind of your strat there? Because I know you said this is mainly for parent building, but as someone who is there an optimal way to go about this? Like, are there certain ways you need to, quote unquote, build your auto run? Or can you just kind of throw whatever and hope for the best?
The only thing that I think you really need to do is throw in a PAL card or a group card. Because those cards are, from what people have been able to like basically like data mine, are like stat multipliers instead of just like stat givers. So having them in the deck just makes all the other cards better, and it's basically mandatory to run them if you're doing like an auto run. But those cards usually also do have like good skills on them, so they are usually worth running anyways. But that's really the only thing I think you really need to know. Find somebody with a MLB throne group card, and you're good.
Sorry, Major League Baseball?
Major League Baseball. Yeah. You need to find somebody with a baseball Uma.
What did they do with? There's baseball Umas?
No.
Max limit break. So you have the amount of duplicates you need to have before you can't power them up anymore.
Gotcha. I'll go back to not paying attention anymore.
Rakush, you might like this game. A lot of people say
numbers go up. Rakush,
it's very, what do you call it? Football Manager.
Numbers go up, Rakush.
No, I think I'm good. I am actually playing a numbers go up game. I've been playing it for like the last 5 months. It's just an extremely boring numbers go up game.
And you haven't told us about it, or have you told us about it? And
I haven't,
my brains
because there's really nothing to talk about with it, but maybe I'll save it for like...
No, we're talking about numbers go up. You might as well drop it now. What numbers go up are you playing right now?
I gotta because it's got the most generic ass name as well. It's like one of those itch.io games.
Okay.
Unnamed space idol.
Oh, an idol. Okay.
It's literally just numbers go up the game, and like if you even take a look at like what it looks like and everything, there's no real gameplay here. There's no real like design elements here. It's as UI heavy as like one of these games can get. So yeah.
Okay, but numbers are going up.
Numbers are extremely going up. They've been going up for like a solid few months at this point. So yeah.
Okay, that's the best. That's the best.
Yeah. Somehow it's got like a 9 out of 10 on Steam. That's crazy.
Okay, but what does it have on Fantasy Critic or Open Critic?
I don't think it's an Open Critic game.
Yeah, I hate to see it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
It's got like a 4.6 on itch.io and 4.1 on Google Play. Like, those are decent numbers. I didn't realize it was that popping.
I I like me a good idle game.
Yeah,
same.
It's just like I really don't have much to talk about with this one. Like, I might maybe talk about it on the year-end list, but like, it's there really isn't much, unfortunately.
No.
Okay.
No.
But yeah, Matt, going back to Umamusume. I think it was just when we got to the point of you really need your max limit broken supporters that really made me kind of question what I was doing, and with runs being so long as they are. But I did go back for the anniversary a few weeks ago, and I know I messaged you that I had a max limit broken or an animal bead. What's her name? Like hello. That I guess
Jaren, that's really good. That's really good.
So I've been doing runs with her, but Matt, haven't really been getting any good parent Umas. I think I got one that had like 3 stars in wit, but I don't want wit stars. I want stamina stars, Matt, because apparently that's what I need.
Oh, apparently, Jared, it's not even about the blue and pinks, Jared. If you're doing independent runs, you're going for good whites.
Oh, okay. No racist, by the way. No racist.
No racist.
You guys are fine.
But that was Umamusume available now. Good luck if you're jumping into that.
Oh,
that's all I can say,
guys.
Right now.
You did that on purpose, right, Jared? The Umamusume thing.
Yes.
Okay.
No. Maybe.
Oh god.
What's up, Matt?
The gacha in Umamusume is just so bad.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And you tried to make me play that game right now. SMH.
You want to talk about bad gacha experiences, Matt? I'll quickly talk about Hololive Dreams. Matt, I pretty much dropped this game. I don't think the currency, the free currency market. I know you said this. It's rough. It's actually really rough. I think there are technically dailies, but those are tied to accounts or like to an actual event running. But your actual dailies that you do only go to a battle pass and not necessarily just like a general pool or basic daily rewards that you kind of give you currency that you can save up.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
I think the fact that it's pretty telling that the last 3 banners have been just a summer event. So that was 3 sets of kind of swimsuit banners with 5 characters in one, 2 characters in the other, and finally 5 characters again, where I don't know. There's something about this that it's just not hitting. And I think it's also just because I've I'm retired from Bang Dream, so I can't really do the whole rhythm game again, and especially one that doesn't kind of pay off. Where I think I have enough for like 5 rolls, and depending on like a banner, if there's an Oshi banner of mine, I'll roll and then uninstall the game. So also, I don't like how the PC game is optimized. I think this is a mobile game first and foremost, and when you actually play the rhythm portion on PC, it's actually really bad. I think it's honestly just the way that the map keyboards in what is obviously a touchscreen rhythm game, and some of the buttons. So it's essentially 6 buttons on keyboard, and that's each button's technically 3 lanes. I just think it doesn't control well. I think if you're going to adapt a rhythm game for the PC, you should have actually made it a proper rhythm game with its own charts and its own lanes. And of course, they're not going to do that. So I don't know. Everyone's playing the Poco-Jan or whatever that mini game is. So I haven't unlocked that, and I probably never will. But that's pretty much everything I've been up to. Rakush, what have you been up to, man? Haven't talked to you in a minute.
Yeah, honestly, just kind of prepping for the trip, right? So it's not even gaming related or anything, but like it's living by yourself means like you do have to start planning ahead for like being out of your house for multiple weeks. So like I know it's like still a solid 6 weeks away, but like yesterday I went to the farmer's market and I'm like, oh shit, like this is probably the last time I'm going to be going this summer, because by the time I run out of everything that I bought, it'll be like maybe 3 weeks to go, maybe 2 weeks to go, and at that point I'm not going to buy anything because I don't want to waste anything, right? So there's just like a lot of that happening now in the next few weeks of just like me starting to empty out my fridge. I don't know, it's weird, but like it's those things that like living by yourself, like you begin to realize just like, oh yeah, you got to do this before leaving.
Okay. So Rakush, you said 6 weeks coming up. What's on the agenda? What's left for prep that you need to get done in the next 6 weeks?
I still think like we're figuring out the Osaka part of the trip. But I feel like, yeah, like Osaka, Kyoto, like we might do like a day trip to Kyoto. Tokyo is shaping up. We are waiting for the Ghibli lottery to open up. Our understanding is like it's a month before that we need to apply for it. So like that's going to be sometime mid-September. I think even like reserving like a table for like a Pokemon cafe or stuff like that as well. Like we're just sorting all of that stuff out. And then it's like once the Ghibli stuff is figured out, and if we do get tickets to it, then we'll know what the rest of our itinerary is and stuff like that. But guys, like maybe I could take this chance to be like, to vent a little bit about how the booking system works overall for some of these things, where it's like, even like Disney SeaWorld, I don't know why you can't book it more than 2 months in advance, but like apparently you have to wait 2 months, like basically like 2 months prior to it to like book it. Or like even if you book like your train ticket, because they have the Shinkansen app now, you have to wait like a month before the actual trip to get the seat number and all that stuff. So like, I don't know why it's like set up like that there. It's so weird.
Yeah, we ran into something similar when we were trying to work in for our last trip, a trip to Kyoto, or a day trip to Kyoto, especially to check out the Nintendo Museum. And at that point, it was we missed the deadline to do the initial booking for the tickets. And then it was one of those things where you had to check in daily to see if they would, because again, once you miss the initial drop for the lottery entry, you have to, from what I understood, roughly 2 weeks before the date you want, you have to check to see if they have daily tickets. Where
that's crazy.
I don't know if it's just a cultural thing where the system kind of makes sense for Japan, but as someone, again, from Canada is used to the ways we're able to get tickets here, even though we have to fight for them against bots and scalpers, trying to manage the schedules. And I think with a lot of my friends that are going to Japan this fall, asking for advice, it was one of those, hey, if you try to look at one of these blogs or whatever websites highlight what themed events are coming up, any collaboration installations, pop-ups, maid cafes or collaboration cafes, and see if you need to reserve spots for those, just because you don't want to be in a situation where we're going to the One Piece base shop and figuring out, oh wait, we needed to get tickets for this 2 months ago. And
let me ask you about that, because I did look up the One Piece base shop information to see if we need to book tickets, and I didn't see anything, because it says there's like 5 or 6 different locations. But like,
I think the main one we were looking at was the one in Shibuya, and I think ours was a special case because that was the grand opening for it, where I think since it would have been like a year later now, I think maybe interest has died down and you can go. But even then, when we went to the Gundam base shop, I think even at that point that was still needed entry, and I'm not sure how old that one was. So again, I do recommend, when you have the time, just kind of looking in to see what the ticket situation is, because again, like, we went to a mall in Ikebukuro and there was a JJK collab, and it was one of those, oh wait, we needed to sign up for tickets last week, and we're looking on Reddit just in case someone who is also visiting is saying, do they have daily tickets? Oh, I'm going to check it to see if I can go in today, and seeing that. So yeah, it's
where are you checking for these tickets, by the way? Send it to me offline, because I think like I'm also struggling to find some of these collaboration pop-up details.
Honestly, a lot of the time it starts with Googling, hey, is this happening? But maybe I'll send you the links that my friend sent me that he uses when he visits his family in Japan, and he gets to kind of go around as well, and I'll put those links in the show notes on the website as well. Just what we were using to reference when we went. But
the one I'm looking for a pop-up or something for is Apothecary Diaries, because season 3 is starting as we're in Japan, which I'm kind of excited for. Like, I do want to see sort of like, if there's any events and stuff like that going on. I know, like, Matt, when we went last time, there was like a lot of promotional stuff that was still kind of neat to see. Like, just capitalism working very well on me in that country. But
love me some good capitalism.
Capitalism's the best. Yeah. Yep. It's the best. It's the best.
Yeah. Also, I really love that, like, every cafe that we've looked up so far, the menu is just extremely basic looking. And it's like all of them have some variation of curry rice that has a different color. That matches like whatever it is. So that's the cafe play. It's more so about the theming than the food. Speaking of collaborations, have you guys seen the Krispy Kreme Pokemon donuts?
Yes. I've seen the resales for Krispy Kreme Pokemon donuts.
Are you serious?
People are selling the box. They're reselling the box.
All right, that happened with the One Piece box as well from Popeye's Chicken. That was
One Piece had a Popeye's.
Okay, so the US had a much better collaboration. Here it was just like they had Luffy on a poster and some meals, quote unquote, inspired by Luffy, but like it didn't really, it wasn't as extensive here. But yeah, people were selling those boxes online as well for Popeye's X One Piece. Guys, is One Piece as like oversaturated now as like Peanuts merch is?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. As someone who very, very my only association with One Piece is very, very, very casually playing the trading card game. And honestly, what's his name? Usopp? Is that his name?
Yeah.
In the Straw Hat Crew? Watching his arc, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, we're trying quote unquote to watch One Piece. I think we've watched the Usopp arc like 3 times just because we don't know where we are in our attempt to watch this whole thing.
Honestly, just wait until Feb 2027 because the remake is coming out. That is supposed to cover a lot of the East Blue arc in like a much more condensed way. So just wait until then, I think, at this point.
Okay. But yeah, I couldn't tell you, man, if it's... Peanuts, to me, that's legacy. That's a legacy act where...
See, that's the thing. It's crazy because I feel like One Piece is getting that legacy, like, treatment, the legacy treatment, but like it's still ongoing, and so like you're still getting these annual like mini pop-ups in like the local mall and everything, and like you're getting all this like all these crazy collabs. Like I saw like this one trailer from some European spot where they're doing a collab with SpongeBob. I think it's like a McDonald's One Piece SpongeBob collab or something like that. So like they're doing like a lot of like they're oversaturating the market right now with One Piece in a way that just sort of to me feels like very different than how like anime merch used to be marketed like even 10 years ago, right? Like there was still like something very underground about buying like anime figures and displaying them and stuff like that, but I don't know if that's the case anymore.
I mean, I don't know if I would call it like Peanuts level. I feel like it's more so like MCU level to me.
Fair. Yeah,
that's fair.
Like if I were to attribute any anime property to like Peanuts level, I think it would be Pokemon.
I could see that.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, boys. Since we are an audio podcast, let's try something. If it doesn't work, Matt, you can cut this from the episode. But
okay.
In our Mistake Zone Discord right now, I'm posting 4 images: the One Piece Popeyes collab, the Final Fantasy Jollibee collab, the Krispy Kreme Pokemon collab, and the K-pop Demon Hunters McDonald's collab. Boys, to round off the episode, what do you think the Mistake Zone power rankings are for these fast food collabs? What would you go?
Guys,
first place to
we
fourth
should replace
place.
Don't Batch Me with like Mount Rushmore themed episodes.
Rakush, I'm not sure if you listened to last week's episode.
I heard. We're getting rid of Don't Batch Me. I heard this.
And, in our planning stages, when we were doing Don't Match Me, we were debating on if we should do Don't Match Me's or Mount Rushmore's.
Yep,
that's amazing.
But four collabs in 2026.
Is this a donut in the One Piece Popeyes collab, or did they just like frost the biscuit?
No, that's a dessert. That's a
I
dessert.
feel like that was like a chopper themed something. Chopper cake, I believe, is what it was called.
Okay.
So essentially, Rakush, do you have a breakdown of what the One Piece Popeyes collab contained?
Like the full collab?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a couple. There's a Luffy bento bundle, which a Popeyes bento sounds crazy to me, by the way. 2 pieces of Popeye's iconic signature chicken, creamy mac and cheese, a refreshing Gomu Gomu fruit lemonade, and Chopper's cupcake served together for a truly legendary feast. So that's what is pictured.
Guys, I don't like this One Piece picture because it looks like everything was photographed separately and then photoshopped together.
I see it. I do see it. It's because of like, and it probably was. It's because like the chicken shadow does not hit the mac and cheese. Yeah.
The shadows are really like, fucking me up.
Yeah, you're right about that. Okay, so that's the Luffy bento bundle. I'm not going to read out the rest because honestly, it's just a smaller combination of like everything you see in this photo here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and then going on to the Jollibee Final Fantasy one, I know essentially you did get the code for Final Fantasy to get some sort of emote, but if we're looking at the base, kind of meals that you get, I think they're all pretty standard. You get your chicken. There was 2 meals. There was the family meal, which was a bucket of chicken, and then you had your standard meal, which was a chicken sandwich, a drumstick, fries, gravy, a mango pie. But I think what really kicked off the collab was the drink that was part of it, which was for the US, a blue raspberry aether with crystal boba. So that's essentially just a blue raspberry drink with a crystal boba.
That does sound really good.
I don't think you got the blue raspberry one in Canada. I think you got a pineapple drink instead. So yellow mana, which I don't know the difference. And then, of course, for Pokemon, you get 6 different Pokemon donuts or inspired donuts, which were just takes on the regular ones, as well as specialty drinks that gave you a special Pokemon cup. And then finally, with the K-pop Demon Hunters, you had adult Happy Meals that came with, a booster pack. And you had the McMuffin variation with spicy Saja sauce, or you can get the 10-piece chicken nuggets with the ramyeon mixed shaken fries.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Jaren, quick. Did you know that Jollibee and Final Fantasy also did limited edition merch?
Yes. Oh man,
I did because we had it in cart and that shipping was ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, the shipping on that was rough. I think it was like it doubled the price of the.
Yeah, it was double the
That's
price
crazy.
if you had
Holy
it shipped,
shit.
and that was the only reason I didn't pull the trigger. But boys,
Something about Mughals eating fried chicken, though, doesn't sit right with me.
it sits the most right with me.
It feels like they're eating chocobos, that's why.
Oh.
But okay, based on these 4 collaborations, boys, what's the mistake zone ranking here? What just based on vibes? Not prices are ridiculous because I know that Luffy box was pushing 20, that Jollibee one was definitely pushing 20, adult Happy Meals are pushing 20, and then donuts or whatever. So let's say if price wasn't an option and we're just going to indulge in ourselves, what are the rankings here?
I think Jollibee is the weakest one to me.
You think so? Really?
I think so.
Wow.
I think it's
Okay.
between Jollibee and Krispy Kreme as being the weakest.
Huh. Damn.
I kind of feel that where with Jollibee, you're mostly just going for the drink. That's the only special thing here, which is the drink. And to be fair, I think it's a debuff for Canada because I don't want a pineapple boba drink, to be completely honest. I think that pushes me there. But Rakush, what are you feeling about the Jollibee Final Fantasy one?
So I feel like between that and the merch, it kind of like puts it as second for me. I think the K-pop Demon Hunters one is 1.
Yeah, I think K-pop Demon Hunters is number 1.
If we were excluding the merch, and like any giveaways, or I guess with the giveaways, you get the emotes still for the meal, but merch I would say is separate since that was a separate. You're not walking into the Jollibee. I don't think you were able to walk into the Jollibee and just buy the shirt.
Yeah, you have to order it.
So I think this is where like the preferential part comes in. I still have it as second because I think that blue raspberry drink, I'm a sucker for blue raspberry drinks.
Okay.
So like that would put it over the edge for me. I don't like the One Piece combo. Like there really isn't enough about it to me that says One Piece. Even though I know volume wise it's more than what Jollibee has.
Fair.
And so I feel like for me, the ranking is K-pop 1, Jollibee 2, Krispy Kreme 3, One Piece 4.
I think the One Piece one stands a little bit higher for me because it has unique stuff in it. And I you know me, I'm a sucker for trying some weird shit.
Sure.
Which is why that stands high for me. But for me, the K-pop Demon Hunters one is number 1 for me, specifically because of the ramyun shaker fries.
Yes.
I so badly want shaker fry things to be the norm here. That I don't know. That is like solely the reason that I think it's the best one.
Matt, have you considered buying frozen fries, putting them in an air fryer, and then
just like opening a thing of ramen seasoning and putting in there? Rakush, I'm so
not
far
in
past
the air
you.
fryer, but
Oh no, I'm so far past you there.
oh man, guys, very random.
Fry hacks here.
Very random. I put like a piece of garlic bread in the air fryer yesterday, and it was making like a really weird noise. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, right? Because I was like, oh shit, is the air fryer dead? So I open it up, and all I see is the garlic bread just spinning full speed. Like
You
it's
had
just,
that light garlic bread.
Yeah, I didn't realize that would happen. That was crazy, but just needed to mention that.
Rakush, you should have took a video of that and then put it, like any song from You Got Served as the background music. And I think it would have went viral.
Good. Shit. I'll do that next time. I'll go buy some more garlic bread. Krispy Kreme. These are kind of boring flavors, guys.
They're boring flavors, but the aesthetics really lift it.
I get
Aesthetics
that.
are doing the hardest lifting here.
Yes,
Yeah,
the aesthetics are
yeah.
yeah.
Because, like, Bulbasaur didn't even try. They're just like, yeah, this is just the vanilla icing donut. Charmander is chocolate marshmallow. What the fuck does that have to do with Charmander?
Yeah, that was a weird one, too.
Yeah. Squirtle is cotton candy flavored buttercream. Like, that
makes sense.
Okay, but,
I
like...
think. Pikachu makes sense as well.
I feel like the thing is, when you make, like, icing cotton candy flavored, that's just sugar-flavored sugar.
I think cotton candy has, like, a distinct flavor to it.
Maybe I've just lost the taste for it. I don't know. The Pikachu lemon one, decent. Jigglypuff strawberry, Even that is just like icing on top of a donut, and then the Pokeball one is just vanilla.
Yeah, they're not doing anything like, wild flavor wise here. Like, this is an aesthetic collab.
Boys?
I don't know. That's why, like, for me, it's kind of low on that one. I'm assuming those Pokemon cups are going for crazy money too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Probably.
they are.
Damn.
Boys, if we were going to... I think I agree with you, McDonald's, in terms of these 4 collabs probably is number one, just in terms of variety, packaging, overall presentation. I think in terms of, honestly, the argument you guys brought forth of just how uninspired the Pokemon is and how it is heavily lifted by aesthetics, I would put that probably towards the lower, possibly as my number 4, because boys, I love me fried chicken. I love me fried chicken.
Fair enough.
If we were talking about movies that I'm too dumb for, we did see Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma last night. Boys, if you're a fan of chicken, and I'm like raising my eyebrows right now, you should see that movie. That's all I'm going to say.
Is there any chicken fucking happening?
No, but there's some chicken eating, literal eating KFC, but how they eat that KFC. Boys, pound for pound, what's the better collab? Krispy Kreme Pokemon or Mr. Donut Pokemon collab?
Ooh.
Okay, so you sent us another photo here. The one on the left is a Pikachu. Which one is that from?
Mr.
Donut? In Japan. Yeah. Okay.
In Japan.
I mean, I'm a sucker for mochi donuts, so like...
Yes.
Yeah. What's inside the Pikachu one?
It was like a cream filling when we had it.
Yeah.
It's like a Boston cream, basically.
Yeah.
At least it looks like a Pikachu.
We also had this freak Diglett looking thing and when we went to Japan as well.
Oh, man.
But that was like kind of like an old-fashioned donut with icing, but like a funny Diglett underneath it. Or on top of it, depending on what variant you have.
Yeah, I feel like that would be very difficult to eat, so I don't know if I'd like that one.
True. You have to eat Mr. Donut and see if they have a Pokemon collab when you go to Rakush and report back.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm going to eat Mr. Donut anyways, but
yes.
Yeah. I feel like the Pikachu one is easy to eat because it gives you 2 good first bites.
Mm-hmm.
The Mochi one, always easy to eat because of how they're like sort of shaped.
Yep.
The Diglett one, ooh, I don't know.
Well, okay, I have a question for you for this Pikachu one with it's like kind of ears. Would you bite off the ears or would you tear off the ears and then pop that
that's
into
a good
your
point.
mouth?
I would bite it off.
Yeah, with that, honestly, if I was solo dolo, I'd bite them off. If I'm in a group setting, if I'm sharing with my partner, it's a rip at that point.
This is going to sound weird to explain, but like I would bite it off because I don't want to get my second hand dirty unless absolutely necessary.
Fair. What if there's a washroom right beside you?
No, still.
Okay. Fair.
Then I just have to wash one hand, Jaren.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
I don't know. I trust this donut enough that like the icing, I guess, on the outside would be what's the word for here? Like tempered? I don't know if tempered is the word you use for icing.
Like it wouldn't stick on your hands as much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it hardened enough, it wouldn't melt.
Mm-hmm.
But I also feel like it depends on the time of the year that you'd be in Japan for that. But
yeah. If it's summer, you're just done no matter what.
Yeah. That second Diglett one Sharon sent over. Sharon, that Diglett looks sad.
Yeah, dude, that Diglett looks like I got punched in the face.
Yep. Okay, final question to Rakush.
Yeah.
So you're going in fall, but the last time you went to Japan, you and Matt, you guys went around springtime.
Yeah.
If we were aiming to go in the spring, what was the process of buying baseball tickets? If we wanted to watch
my
a
god.
game?
So it depends on which team you want to go watch. For Escon Field, I kind of had to use like a VPN and buy tickets that way. And then, like it was a bit of a convoluted process, but I was able to get them. It turns out like they have some sort of like reseller system for basically the Hokkaido team. I think some other teams or most other teams, you could just pick up the tickets from a Lawson's or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure that's also how like a lot of like your New Japan tickets are sold as well. It's like you can just go to a Lawson's and buy tickets. I would look it up by team, by location, right? So like, just to make sure that like you're following the correct process and everything like that. Because ultimately, like, I ended up at the game by myself, but I'm not quite certain if I did it the right way or not. I watched it, I got in, like, the ticket worked, but like, I don't know if like I missed any rules or whatever. So yeah,
Right.
Escon, by the way, beautiful, beautiful ballpark. Holy shit! Like, probably one of the most beautiful in the world right now.
Which one?
Escon Field in Hokkaido. It's like one of their new ballparks that they made. It is quite out of the way from Sapporo, but like absolutely worth going and checking it out.
Okay, so if we end up going on a trip next year, you're telling me to rewatch Catch Me at the Ballpark a few times just to learn that.
1000%.
Got you.
It's so
Got
cool.
You. Yep. Boys, anything else? Another random grab bag episode? I think we did a good job. I think
I
like fried chicken. So what did we learn today? McDonald's had the king of the collab. Congratulations to K-pop Demon Hunters. One day we'll do the Mistake Zone Hall of Fame, and maybe not Rakush. If we ever do the Mistake Zone Hall of Fame, our fast food entry would have to be a more in-depth.
That's like 3 episodes of content.
Yeah, that's a very deep conversation there.
We'll have to go through the history of fast food collabs to see what would take the coveted Mistake Zone Hall of Fame. But for now, K-pop Demon Hunter. I never eat the adult Happy Meals because those are expensive. But if I did, I probably would have ate this one because I like ripping packs. What else did we learn? Rakush is going to Japan in 6 weeks, so he has to clear out his fridge. Matt likes training in Uma still. That new update made it a bit easier to farm, and White Skills only, apparently.
White Skills only. White Skills most important. White Skills most important.
Most important. There is a new One Piece heroine set coming out, and I made a new friend a few weeks ago. But boys, look out for beginner events. Some of those aren't beginners. But yeah, that's mostly all I have right now. Oh, my final piece of advice to Rakush when you're in Japan. If you're able to find the sealed, this One Piece magazine with the bonus manga art card, make sure they're sealed. Just buy all of them if you can find them.
Interesting. Okay.
Literally buy all of them. Then come back and resell them and make money, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, maybe.
Literally buy all of them, especially if they're sealed. But other than that, I want to thank my best friends in the whole wide world for joining me this week. First up, I got to thank my friend Matt Alba for joining me this week, editing this podcast, and of course, training some Uma. Thanks, Matt.
Hey, thanks, man. As always, Jaren, I want to thank you for hosting this episode. Joining me for a little bit in the auto Uma sphere.
One day, Matt. Matt, when's Soul and Love coming?
I think it's like 2027, I think, is when she's here.
Too long,
Matt. You got time.
Too long. Also want to thank my best friend Rakush for joining me this week and also telling us about his plans in 6 weeks. Thanks, Rakush.
That Diglett looks like a poop.
Yep. I mean, don't they all?
Yeah.
Don't they all?
Yeah, it just looks more like a poop when you have to eat it.
I want to thank Mark for not drowning while watching BTS. Hopefully all the custom fan cards that he made have found new homes, and then people were good vibes. And guys, I hope his fan cards didn't get wet. That would also be pretty bad.
Also, is Mark going back for the second show tonight?
Yep, he's doing back-to-back.
Yeah. Amazing. Is that a BTS song, back-to-back? No?
Don't think so.
Okay.
Let's see. BTS songs.
Oh, man. I don't know why that reminded me. Guys, I got a wicked stomachache after I drank that fucking big-ass Slurpee.
Because you're giving us a behind-the-scenes view.
Boys, please don't appropriate BTS like that.
We have a really cold fridge to the point where if we put a carton of milk in the back, I'll take it out and I'll shake it and half of it will be frozen. Paranoid that the donut speaking about tummy aches, the week-old donut in the fridge that I ate, I couldn't tell if that was mold or a sprinkle. So I'll report back next week to see how that goes. But Matt, until then, take it away.
This has been the Mistake Zone, and we're all out of time for this One Piece trading card game match.
Oh, damn. No, Matt, just give us 5 more minutes. We're almost done. You're almost done.